Alright, what's up, people? Um, so we're gonna start here at Shadow. Before we do, and it's never a good idea to watch the clock. Let's see, 6.26 on Shadow. Never a good idea to watch the clock, but let's count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 31, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 37 more packages. Okay, so we're getting there. Right, on to Shadow. Contains programs for handling passwords in a secure way. Okay, now I always screw this up. tar xvf shadow. Um, I don't know if I screw it up. Most likely I screw it up, but it screws up my login, and I seem to have problems with this. So scroll down. We'll say first we have to cd into shadow, clear, and I'm going to say set s or set I, replace groups $sign exe ext space forward slash, and say source makefile dot in. Replace groups $sign exe ext. Okay, nothing, and source makefile dot in. And we want to say find man dash name makefile dot in dash exe executable sed dash I, and we want to throw s. We want to replace groups escape dot one, okay, space slash space, okay, and we'll say encapsulate space new line semi. Okay, so let's check that out. Find man makefile.in dash exec set I s, replace groups escape dot one with space. Okay, looks good. And let's say instead of using the default crypt method, okay, use the more secure SHA-512 method of password encryption, which allows passwords longer than 8 characters. Okay, it is also necessary to change the obsolete var mail or var spool mail location for user mailboxes that Shadow uses to default to the var mail location used currently. Okay, so let's say set I E, going to replace s at pound encrypt underscore method space des, place that with encrypt underscore method space SHA-512. Okay, let's see. Replace encrypt underscore method des with encrypt method SHA-512 new line, and we don't have to pull in, but I'm gonna say pull in. Said e s at var spool mail with var mail. Okay, L under the Y is true, and L under the M in mail L and spool under M. Okay. Okay, so we'll say replace var spool mail with var mail. Okay. In Etsy login.defs. Good. Control H will tab. Pull this down and it says note, if you choose to build Shadow with crack-lib support, run the following. That's optional. I'm going to do it anyway. Clear. Set I. And let's say s at dict path dot all at dict path escape t / lib / crack lib / present or pw_dict. Okay, new line. Check that out. We got dictpath.all. Replace that with dictpath escape, not y, t escape t / lib crack lib / pw_dict _dict. Okay, and we'll say Etsy login defs. Okay, now let's say .run configure sysconfdir. It's going to be Etsy. Okay. Confdir. Okay. Shadow, it shouldn't take that long. I think it's like 0.2 SBUs or something. What is it? 0.2 SBUs. Okay. Then we can say make, no test suite, I don't think. Nope, no test suite. We can say make install. That'll be alright. It says here, move a misplaced program to its proper location. Okay. And that's what I'll do. Control A, Control Tab. We'll say clear. And let's say make install. Okay. I should do a little reading on this because I think this is exactly where I fail. Something with the login. Won't let me log in as root right away. I have to create a separate user. You guys see my last video. If you see my last video where I had that login problem after boot. I can fix it, but it's a real pain in the butt, and I don't know why it occurs. And maybe I'll do a little bit of reading on this right here to see why it occurs. Now I left out the. I'll show you how. We're about to hit it now, but I left out the password config and gconfig on one of the installs, and it logged me in just fine. But then I did the same method on another install, and it didn't log me in just fine. So I don't know what's up with that. It's user error. We'll say move user bin password to bin. Okay. Okay. And we have, say, configuring Shadow. Say this package contains. I'm going to read this to myself because I'm a lot better at reading to myself. Modifying. Set and change. Okay. You can look at the doc how-to files to see exactly what they're talking about as password shadowing. Okay. And that's within the unpacked source toorball. If using Shadow support, keep in mind that programs which need to verify passwords, display managers, FTP programs, POP3s, daemons, etc., must be Shadow compliant That is, they need to be able to work with shadowed passwords. So do I need shadow passwords? Yes, let's just go. Password config, or conv. Okay. And to enable group passwords, run group conv. Okay. And Shadow's stock configuration for the user add utility has a few caveats that need some explanation. First, the default action of the user add utility is to create the user and a group of the same name as the user. Okay. By default, user ID and groups GID. Numbers will begin with 1,000. Okay. This means if you don't pass parameters to user add, each user will be a member of a unique group on the system. This behavior is undesirable. You need to pass the G parameter to user add. So I think that's when you specify groups, when you add that user. The default, Control A, Control Tab. The default parameters are stored in Etsy default user add file. And you may need to modify 2 parameters in this file to suit your particular needs. Okay. That's okay. This is optional, and I'm gonna do this. Right here, I can replace create mail spool equals yes. Or is this the case? Okay. I don't want a mail spool for every user that I have, okay? So you can see here, create mail spool equals yes. That's by default. So this parameter causes user add to create a mailbox file for the newly created user. Okay. User add will make the group ownership of this file to the mail group with 0660 permissions. If you would prefer that these mailbox files not... What? If you prefer that these mailbox files are not created by user add, issue the following command. I don't want a mailbox every time I create a user. I like to be able to have that control. Okay, so I'm going to say set I. This is my personal preference. Set I. Replace yes with no. Okay, and Etsy default user add. Okay. And setting the root user password here. So choose a password for user root by typing that. And I'm always so scared here, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And most likely I'm going to have problems logging in. That's okay. Password root, minimal of 5. Let's see, do this. But I say to you, be careful if you don't set that password now or anything else like that. I don't know. I have problems. It doesn't mean you're going to have problems. I have problems with it, but I'm going to follow everything in the book. Okay, so you need to set that password. Okay. Okay. No open passwords. Keep your password 5. Above 5, just as it gave you the warnings. Okay. You can change all that after you get your machine booted. Contents of Shadow. Okay, you got group add, group mods, group del, all that stuff like that. Last log, new groups, password. Password config updates Etsy password and Shadow. And then deletes the later. Okay. Or the latter password. Creates or updates the Shadow password file. Okay. Good deal. Core utils. What am I looking like on time? 12, not 1275, 8 something. So I should be what? Give me some numbers here. 80 by 60, or 800 by 60, what is that? I don't know. I'm not. Less than 20. So let's say Shadow's all done. we can go up here. We'll get one more in. Say shadow. Let's remove it. Clear. Tar XVF. Let's do core utils now. Okay. CD into core utils. And let's say Control A, Control Tab. Section 6.27. And let's go. We're gonna say, first we have to add a patch here. My God, my eyeballs. Why can I see? Patch. MP 1-I core utils dash I18N patch. Okay. And let's say here. Force unsafe underscore configure equals 1 space dot run. Configure. Pop new line. Prefix equals user. Lib executable dir equals user lib. Enable no install dash program equals kill uptime. Okay, so let me go back up and check and see if it wasn't supposed to do anything. It's just a patch. Okay, the patch is done. And that's cool. Let's check our syntax. We'll say force unsafe configure equals 1. Okay, dot run configure prefix equals user lib exec dir equals user lib. Enable no install program equals kill and uptime. Run it. Enable no install program kill and uptime. So the purpose of this is the switch is to prevent core utils from installing binaries that will be installed by other packages later. Okay. Control A, Control Tab. Okay. I'm not going to do this test either. Okay. Not critical. No warnings. So I can say make and make install. Then we have to move a lot of programs over. But that should be okay. No biggie, no biggie. And actually this skipping this test utility actually shaves off a lot of time on the SBU time. So we got 3.4 SBUs and I don't know how much time it saves, but well, that's in other packages. Some packages have like a SBU time of like 13 and the test is 10 of them. You know what I mean? And they're not mandatory either. So it's like, unless you're like developing or something like that, like don't run them. That's a lot of SBUs. You could stretch your build out from say, I mean this is crikey. This would be, how long is my uptime? Let me check that out. That'd be something useful I can do. Let's say uptime. And I'll go plus on it. Uptime is 13 hours so far. You know what I mean? So you could stretch your uptime for 13 hours. Add it easy, I don't know, 5 hours on top of that. So whatever your build time is would be like 5 hours more just by running non-essential tests. That's crazy. I mean, if you're a dev or something like that, I see why you would have to run those tests and everything, but if you're just installing it, I wouldn't even attempt to do all that. Control H, Tab, hit clear, and let's say make install. So, um, I guess I should have warned you in the beginning of the tutorial. Please, please, please do not restart your computer at any given time. Please carve yourself out 18 hours. If you have to go in the basement, hide, or do anything else like that, don't restart your computer. I guess you could after you built a tool chain, then you have to chroot back in. But I've never restarted my computers during my builds. Always scared and anxious too. Very anxious that, hey, a little bit more time here and I get this thing running. Okay. But every time you leave or do something like that, um, it creates another variable that maybe you could avoid. Um, you know, you could fail because of something. And that's you know about that with LFS. It's errors are common, and they seem to like just evaporate. You get errors at certain times, and crazy things can cause errors, like CPU draw, me creating this video, uh, your internet connection timing out, sending something to the kernel message, and who knows? You know what I mean? So a lot of that could be a little bit of superstition, but be careful. Don't log out, log in, go play racquetball, and come back. Do all that stuff. Just kind of like try to go straight through it if you can. You know, sleep with the computer next to you. Um, do stuff like that, right? Right. My videos are very long, 20 minutes so far. I'm gonna cut it after this one. I say Control A, Control Tab. You've got all this stuff to move. This is kind of important. And I always seem to cut my videos on Core Utils and always get duped. I always think Core Utils is shorter than it's going to be, and it's never that way. Especially after, well, not after anything, but always get duped. But you can see my uptime is 13 some hours. It's not bad. I started this, I think, at 12 a.m. last night. And, moving along. I'm gonna check and see where I am. I did make install. We're at section 6.27. Let's go count some packages. Let's go watch the clock again, right? We're on Core Utils, so we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35 packages. That minute hand is moving very, very fast, isn't it? That's a good deal. Where was I? Core Utils. Okay. So it's getting done. I see I'm getting done, some text in the bottom there. So we're almost short over. We're done. See? Make install is done. Okay. We can say clear. Now we have to move some programs over. Very important. Be careful on this one. Say move user bin cat change group cat change group change mod chown cp date dd df and echo. Move all those to bin. Let's see, move user bin cat change group change mod cp or chown cp, okay, date dd df, okay, and echo all to bin. Okay, and let's also say take out this here. Need to move over false link list make dir make node make dir make node move present working directory and remove to bin. So we'll say move false link list make directory make node move present working directory, and remove to bin. Good. And let's say, get rid of this, and we'll say, remove directory, stty, sync, true, uname, and test, and the open bracket to bin. We'll say move user bin, remove stty, sync true, uname, test, and open bracket to bin. Good. And let's move user bin chroot, move that to user sbin. Okay. And let's say move user share man 1 chroot 1. I'm going to move that to user share man 8 chroot dot 8. Check that. Move user share man 1 chroot 1 to user share man 8 chroot 8. Okay. And we got a funky set I. We want to replace escape double 1. Escape double / escape double 8. Escape double / 1 user share man 8 chroot 8. Let's check that out. Alright, crazy time. Set I stp double. 1 escape double. TP double 1 escape double. TP double 8. TP double 8. Escape double / 1. Good. Okay. And we'll say, let's come down here. We have to move user bin head sleep nice to / bin. Good. Why did we do that? Why wasn't that included? Some of the scripts in the LFS boot scripts package depend on head, sleep, and nice, as user may not be available during the early stages of booting. Those binaries need to be on the root partition. Okay, maybe that's if you have, say, if you have your user, like a user partition, like it was on another partition or something like that, maybe that would come into play there. Okay, so that's cool. Good deal. Only 31 more. Only 32 more. I'm lying. Not 31. Didn't count core utils. Okay. Alright, so that's okay. Let's remove this. Let's get rid of this. We'll say cd back up, remove core utils, and I'm going to cut this video. We'll pick it up in 6.28 with IANA ETC-2.3.0. So have a great day.